What is up, heroes of Dominion? My name is Charlie. This is Hero War Central. Happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday. Adjust this just a little bit. What a potato. What a potato. Look at her. Just look at her. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Let's do not existing. There we go. There we go. Happy Monday, everybody. We are off to a strong start for 2026. We are already 5 days in. We're already 5 days in. That's like more than 1% of 2026 already is complete. It's already behind us. That is crazy to think about. Absolutely crazy to think about. The totem word of the day, exclamation points, totem. All right. Those that were here at the top of the live stream probably heard a little Freebird to start. It was accidental Spotify radio playing in the background there. Hopefully I don't get demonetized. Littered Skinnerd might come at me. We all hear the farts. She keeps moving around. She keeps moving around. Yeah. Happy New Year to you, Radomir. Greetings from Austria. Nice. Okay. We are we're gonna have a little fun today, I think. We're gonna have a little fun today. Hoping this goes over well. All right. Let's quickly I don't know if you guys can hear her snoring or not, but yeah. I might have to like hang it above her or something. Let's get the chat going. There we go. There we go. Yeah, so we are we have a totem giveaway, and the way it's gonna work, the way it's gonna work is you participate in the live streams. For now, we're just gonna do live streams until we figure out an elegant solution for comments on YouTube videos, and then we draw a name at the end of the week. At the end of the live stream on Friday, we draw a name. You guys can hear it? Okay, good. Good. If it gets to be too distracting, I can mute it. Oh, Christian, what happened? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, my friend. Yeah. Sorry to hear that. It's never good. It's never good. Those of you that are new to the Totem giveaway or the Emerald giveaway or any of my giveaways, we draw a name at the end of the week now, and you'll have until Monday's live stream to confirm that you are who you say you are. And there's a number of ways to do that. But ideally what I do is I draw a name. Like, let's do this. Let's try this. There are 83 people of the 115 or so that are watching right now has typed in the totem word of the day. I'm going to choose a winner, Richard McGillis. Okay, so Richard's got 2 minutes to respond here, and I'll add Richard to the totem list. Add him to the totem list, and then from the list. On Friday afternoon, we'll draw a winner, and then I'll send you $50. I don't really have a way to gift a totem. I was talking to the community managers this morning about it. I was like, hey, is there any kind of mechanic? And they're like, yeah, no, not really. It's not really a priority for us to build in a mechanic for a YouTuber. Nice, Richard is here. So that's all you got to do. Richard is here. Done. So yeah, Sandra said that there's not really a priority for Yanni Elp for them to build me some kind of system that I could gift a totem. And then it actually works out a little bit better anyway, because this allows mobile players to participate as well. So the way that the giveaway works is completely laid out on my blog. Okay, I've got the complete rules and policies, disclaimers, privacy information, all of that on the blog. Okay. I guess I need to update the live stream to always have it linked in the description. I should probably do that. I probably need to do that. And yeah, so I send you $50. I send you $50. You are responsible for any fees, taxes. If you live in a part of the country that cannot accept money from the United States, it is what it is. All right. We ran into some issues over the last year sending money to people, but I think mostly we got everybody taken care of without much of a hiccup. I think we'll be fine. But this is open to all players, and I'm going to send you $50. The idea then is that during a new hero event or a new Titan event, you spend the money to get a totem or buy Nature Season, right? Nature Season is active right now. So, buying Nature Season is a pretty good idea too. You can buy Nature Season and then you level up the golden ticket, and at the end you get a random totem fragment. Pretty fun, right? So, I'm looking forward to a very good. PayPal works in almost every country, Andrea, but not all of them. Not all of them, unfortunately. Yeah. So over the weekend, let's start with Hero Wars Alliance news. Okay, so over the weekend, we had a bunch of discussion about the of the year stuff, right? Of the year. So the new hero of the year, Peach, Polaris, Goose, Somna, Electra, Birna. Pretty good. Personally, the hero that I think has had the biggest impact is probably Peach. From what I understand, from what I know. And the least impactful is Birna because she's not been around that long, if I had to guess. The rework of the year, Rufus, Maya, Lars, Krista, Kai, Iris, Satori, Zhu, Artemis. I think that Maya is the most impactful. I'm not even actually sure. Krista benefits the most from rework, but before she was only playable with Duet. That is true. I think Krista probably is the most impacted by a rework. Andrea Cole, I do not know. I do not know about turtles. I know that they know that we want more turtle events. I know that they know that we know. New Titans discussion. I think clearly the Light Titan is far and away the best. Robert here says Titus for never-ending dungeon runs. I can get behind that. I think that Amira is really causing some issues. Verdok equals Lamira plus Asherona. Okay, a lot of people are saying Verdok is the best, is the most impactful new Titan. Interesting. Mashups, it does look kind of curious. We'll talk about that in a second. We'll talk about the one event on there in a second. And then we had this Giftsman kind of situation right here. Now, this is a community contest put on by the official Hero Wars Alliance Facebook page. Okay, if you play Hero Wars Alliance, you should go and write in the answer. All right. Number 1 looks like Yasmin. Number 2 looks like Iris. Number 3 looks like Martha. Number 4 looks like Rufus. And then number 5 is what appears to be the next hero coming to Hero Wars Alliance, Dante. Okay. Go leave a comment. You have a chance. There's 10 lucky winners for 20,000 artifact coins. Everybody should go do this if you play Hero Wars Alliance. It's a small thing. They're going to draw winners. People from my chat win all the time. Okay. Win all the time. Sindo EV picks are you might be hearing my my dog snoring. Yeah. So today we have the middle of Seer's game. We're in the middle of Seer's game, and of course it crashed. Last time I tried to load Nox, my whole computer crashed. So let's see what happens. The Seer's game is not a fun activity at all. It is such a random. I don't like Seer's game at all. From what I understand, when you're dealing with randomness with a computer, it's never random. It's all predetermined. It's all set up. Is my voice echoing? You might be picking me up from Remy's microphone. Okay, let's just mute her for now. You're probably hearing the echo from Remy's microphone. Anyway, Kark's skin is available in Seer's game, and I would hate to have to complete Seer's game. It's such a cool skin. Man, I'm so jealous of this skin. I want this skin so bad. It looks so good, guys. Thanks, D-Warman. Charlie in stereo. I muted the other mic, so she's probably fine now. Seer's game sucks, though, man. I don't like it at all. This is all we've got going on right now in Hero Wars Alliance, though. You know, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird that we get to this place in our Hero Wars existence that when there's only one event active, we start to wonder if something is wrong. Right? The only event that's active right now is the Seer's game, so we start to wonder: is there something else happening? Is there something else? Is there something else here? Wave Eternity, Kark, skins. So where's the other skin? Where's the red outfit? I like this outfit too. I really like this outfit too, but where's the red outfit? Because they keep showing it. They keep showing it. Where is that outfit? I don't know. Is it a grand prize in the heroic chest, maybe? Yo, this... I forgot how good some of these... Oh my gosh. I forgot how good some of these skins are. This skin is so good. This skin is so good. This is such a good skin. Wow. Satori skin. So Kark's skin isn't in here. It might be added in the future. I'm so jealous of skin pluses. I'm so jealous. I wish that we had these on Hero Wars Dominion Era. Look at this skin, man. Look at this Astaroth skin. Oh my gosh. The Astrid and Lucas skin. So good. Mushi and Shroom is really good too. I like the Mushi and Shroom skin a lot. So jealous. That looks so good. They're so clean. Oh, this Yasmin skin looks good. Oh, man. I think we... Oh. Look at this Orion skin. This one's crazy. Are there going to be 2 Dantes, or am I mishearing? So Dante is a spear-chucking marksman. Right? Does Dante have a skin plus? What is he? Is he honor? Chaos? Eternity? Yeah. Yeah, so we're all familiar with Dante, right? We're all familiar with Dante, but they're teasing a new character that looks like Dante from Devil May Cry. They're not gonna call Dante. They're not gonna call this guy Dante. Obviously, there's not gonna be 2 Dante characters. Obviously, there's not gonna be 2 Dante characters in the game. But this guy looks like Dante from Devil May Cry, so that's why everybody calls the new hero Dante. Yeah, so Dante is probably coming in the next month or 2. You know, he's teased right here on this image as well. Yeah, new hero coming to Hero Wars Alliance. No idea for Facebook and web. No idea. Hero Wars Tactics 58. You know a game I really enjoyed? Final Fantasy Tactics. I really enjoyed that game. Dinta? It'll be Dinta and Dante? Brentes. Andrea, thanks so much for being here. Hero Wars Tactics is here. Web player. Nice. So as I'm calling your name, guys, I want you to reach out to me on Discord or email me, herowarscentral@gmail.com. It looks like I got a message from Richard already. Thank you so much, Richard. I'm still waiting for Yanni Yelp and Hero Wars Tactics, but that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, so upcoming events for Hero Wars Alliance. What am I doing? There we go. So we have we have Runic Millstone Alliance of Forces, Tournament of Power. Boring. And then we have the Winter Skin event. Pretty cool. Nice way to round it out. Mobile players, please don't forget to go and try your luck to win here. Okay, try to get, 20,000 artifact coins for free is not nothing, right? It's not nothing. Do it. Why is a labyrinth? That's a good question. I'm actually gonna screenshot this right now. Heroic chest, rewards list, grand prizes. Such an obvious money-making possibility for screenshots. Man, like for real though, this even the ginger skin looks good. Oh man, they all look so good. Over at Hero Wars Facebook and web, Hero Wars Dominionero, we've got a ×5 Emerald sale. It's really like a ×7 Emerald sale whenever you break it down, right? Whenever it all comes down to it, it's ×7. It's actually ×6 plus a bunch of high quality resources from the Titanic Scale event. That obviously makes it a ×6. And then you have the Hero Tournament of Power. For the reasonable expense, get VIP. Each of these chests is worth about 500 emeralds each. And the buy emeralds task on Emerald Waterfalls, you got 2 of them, so they're pretty nice. They're pretty nice as well. Let's mute that real quick. Yeah, so, today only, there is some curiousness here. It was already mentioned this earlier, but tonight, the Aiden Brawl goes live. Okay, Aiden Brawl goes live, and for whatever reason, there's literally nothing else paired up with it. Don't know why. It seems like a huge missed opportunity for another hero event. Maybe there just isn't any good hero events that aren't in cycle yet. I don't know what you could put there. Maybe you could put, I don't really know. But with Aiden, it's going to be pretty straightforward what the best teams are going to be. And I can really kind of see two ways to go with this. Generally, I believe everybody is going to go with a variation of the Dante team. Let's see if I can find any handy. Foundry, maybe. Nope. Barracks, maybe. Nope. Mage Academy. Okay, so I can't find any. Dante, Orion, Augustus, Aiden, probably going to be very, very common. Obviously, Lyria is going to put a stop to that. So maybe like Lyria, Nebula, Lara, Sebastian, Aiden, something like that. Me personally, I'm going to be having fun with it. I'm going to be using my new Daredevil team, which is a perfect segue into other things, right? My new Daredevil team, we're going to use Kark instead. Kapawi with Vex. Yeah, I'm going to be using Daredevil here. I don't know that Iris is the play. I think that we're actually going to use maybe Goose instead of Nebula. Could be fun, right? Somebody in my comments suggested that. So the three teams that I believe that for the most part we're going to start seeing is some kind of Dante, Orion, Augustus variation, some kind of Lyria, Nebula, Sebastian, Lara variation, and then we probably will see some mage teams. Like I know that like Aiden, Amira is a good combo. I know that Electra, Aiden is a good combo, right? So I think that we're probably going to be looking at kind of three styles of teams, and then there'll be some that you add and subtract in there as well, right? Some that you swap in and out. You'll have to my Daredevil worked in Guild War. Yeah, Daredevil's fun. She's, okay. So I've been putting out a couple of videos discussing Daredevil. I've been having fun with Daredevil. All right, let's be very clear. I'm having fun with Daredevil. If you are a newer player and you care at all about efficient leveling, you're not going to level up Daredevil. As a matter of fact, you're not going to level up the next hero that I'm going to suggest either, which is Astrid and Lucas. All right, the next set of videos that I'm probably going to be covering a lot of is going to be Astrid and Lucas. So in 2026, there are a bunch of heroes. What do we got? We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 52, 54, 56, 58, 60, 62, 64, 66, 68, 70. We have 70 heroes. 70 heroes. 70 heroes. Okay. And there are about 15 that I would recommend nobody should level. And I'm not going to say that Daredevil is at the top of the list, but Daredevil is definitely on the list, okay? Daredevil is a marksman hero, very weak to dodge, very weak to magic damage, very weak to a lot of the classic critical hit counters. A lot of her upside just doesn't exist in the way that, like, Lara Croft as a marksman crit hero or Dante as a non-crit marksman hero. There isn't as much upside. There is a lot of utility with Daredevil, though. There's a lot of utility with the discharge. There's a stun and the slow, and then you have the pure damage over time that she does on top of the critical hits and all of that. She's just not as good as Lara Croft. Unfortunately, Lara Croft is not something that new players can get, but Daredevil is on here. And most of the heroes that I'm going to discuss today are, they're on this list because they have no utility. Okay, specifically, there's a couple of heroes that have no utility and are literally the worst heroes in the game to spend resources on. We're going to touch on those a little bit later. Fox is in a very similar boat with Daredevil. She's got some damage, sure. She's got a little bit of utility, blind, all right. She's got an artifact weapon that is desirable, probably more desirable than Daredevil's in armor penetration. Although in 2026, most of our DPS characters have enough penetration built in already. All right, with the exception of the newest heroes. She's just another critical hit hero that doesn't do that much. Doesn't do enough. All right, doesn't do that much. And while we're on the discussion, Artemis, very fun, very cool hero. One of the first damage dealers to get Ascension skills. And if not, again, for massive dodge, the popularity of dodge, just how good dodge was at not only being effective, but also having the randomness to occasionally just win, even if you're on a losing team. Artemis just doesn't have enough as a critical hit marksman. She just doesn't have enough utility, enough damage output, enough survivability, enough synergy with other heroes. Her artifact weapon is physical attack, which is boring, right? Maybe if it was critical hit, maybe if it was armor penetration, she'd be considered useful. It's just not there. It's just not there. Now, rounding out the marksman, Astrid and Lucas. Now, Astrid and Lucas, some of you might know this, but Astrid and Lucas was my very first favorite hero. My very, very first favorite hero. I was a big fan of the hunter kind of look, the pet, you know, the long rifle kind of thing. Of course, she's not great. She's got a very, very unique skill set that I think could be beneficial in today's meta, in that she has both an armor artifact, which is unique for damage dealers to have a defensive artifact, in a way very similar to Dante. I'm not saying she's as good as Dante. I'm just saying that she's similar, right? The one thing that I really like about her that I think has a lot going for it is Lucas. The way that Lucas takes damage, and for what it's worth, no Ascension either, the way that Lucas takes damage, like if we go in and we do a private, no, combat training, let's do maximum. Let's do Ishmael, Lara, Sebastian, Lyria, and I don't know. Let's use Aiden here. Let's use, you know what? It actually just doesn't matter. Let's just use Thea. Whatever. Ignore the pets. Just completely ignore the pets. Who cares? Doesn't matter. I'm just throwing some heroes in here. Galahad, Sebastian, sure. Let's go with like Goose. Let's do Astrid and Lucas wherever you are. And this is the reason why, here we go. This is the reason why I think that she will end up being the next fun hero that I level. You know what, let's throw in Nebula, whatever. So the way that Lucas tanks damage whenever, see, a War Flag of Readiness with her, I think could be very interesting. But the problem is she ults really, really, really slow. It takes her forever to ult, being the backline, and you know, by then Ishmael's done what he's gonna do. Get some vampirism off. Okay, good stuff there. Astrid and Lucas is back here fighting ghosts. Okay, all right. So we're about to ult. Okay, so we're about to ult here. All right, so you can see Lucas's health bar, right? So Lucas's health bar is actually his rage meter, and he doesn't lose rage proportionate to the amount of damage done. He loses a set amount of rage per hit. So it doesn't matter how big the hit is. Lucas is going to take the same no matter what. In fact, higher, small damage, more frequent attacks is better for Lucas. But since we're dealing with Astrid here, I'm sorry, Ishmael. Ishmael is he's just going to tank Lucas. Watch Lucas just tank him. He's just going to tank him. All right? And this is why I find Asher and Lucas to be interesting in 2026. All right? He's just tanking him. He's not surviving forever, but he's tanking him pretty well. All right? So there's a little bit of utility there. Still not a hero I'd recommend for new players. Not at all. All right? Not at all. And then the absolute worst hero in the game, by extreme contrast, is Ginger. Okay, Ginger has no utility. She's got a boring artifact weapon. It feels like half the heroes have physical attack as the artifact weapon. She has no stuns. She has no blinds. She doesn't do any kind of silence. She doesn't do any kind of bonus healing. She doesn't improve the damage output of her allies. She doesn't reduce the damage output of the enemies. Ginger is probably the worst hero in the game. She just has no utility. None. The worst. All right. Now let's take a look at other damage dealers. Let's go with... Oh, we haven't talked about Darkstar. So Darkstar, I think if Darkstar's damage was high enough, she's another marksman damage dealer. I like Darkstar a lot. I just don't think that she does enough. Like her controllability, if you could control when you use this, if Darkstar's blue ability was her ultimate, I think that she would go a lot harder. But since you can't control when this ability goes off, I think it's a huge waste. She's got some pretty good damage output. She does have Ascension. Okay. She's got a little bit of control. Her survivability is too low. This is another one of my first favorite heroes as well, because of the Nordic skin. Loved this skin so much. Oh, I thought this was the coolest skin ever. Oh, man. Thought this was one of the coolest skins ever. Yeah. So good. Okay, let's talk about Luther. So Luther is a healer. Big time. I'm sorry, Luther is a tank. Marcus is the healer. Marcus is okay. Luther as a tank is interesting because he jumps to the back line. Kind of a cute situation. A cute way to tank. He jumps to the back line and he causes the rear enemies to turn and fight him. We're used to seeing Kayla, right? He's got a stun here. He's got some pure damage. He's got some stronger magic defense here. The problem is he doesn't get the entire team to turn and look at him. He does not get the entire team to turn to look at him. It would be cool if he did, but in that way, he's just kind of a weaker warrior, right? Kayla does what he does, but better, right? Does more damage. But that's Casey Jones. Yeah. Sure is Casey Jones. This guy's the closest guy to like a paladin that's not named Aurora, I guess. Big mace jumping in. I don't know. The utility just isn't there. Like he's got 2 stuns. He's got a big jump. Damage output isn't great. Armor, magic defense, no dodge. Armor and magic defense are average for a tank. Just doesn't do enough. You need your tanks to have super high utility. Super high utility. And it just isn't enough. If Luther made the entire enemy team turn to look at him instead of just the back row, it would be a completely different story. Okay. While we're talking about tanks, let's talk about Cleaver. Cleaver has a cute ability to pull the rear enemy towards him, right, with the hook. Which could be good. It's just too slow. He's a more offensive tank than the average tank is. The utility just isn't good enough. High health because of the bonus strength, lots of pure damage output, and cleaving front range damage. cleaving, cleaver. A lot of heroes actually cleave, meaning they hit multiple heroes in the front line. Some pure damage output. There's some fun combos with Peppy, but Peppy also is a hero that I wouldn't recommend either. Okay, cleaver, fun hero to have, fun hero to use to level up. There are better tanks. There are just better tanks. Now, let's take a quick break and let's talk about Kark. Okay. Now, Kark is not... Oh. I forgot the apostrophe there. Kark isn't on my list of heroes that you shouldn't level. For two reasons. I think that Kark is a viable use against Ishmael. I think he's perfectly useful versus Ishmael. I think he's great versus Ishmael, actually. Kark is dealing with a situation where if Axel is on the enemy team, if Sebastian or Chorus blocks his stuns, right? If there's more than one armor artifact on the enemy team, Kark just struggles to finish players off. He just really struggles to finish the enemy team. Kind of like when we're using Amira, sometimes it feels like you're having a hard time. You're having a hard time clearing out the enemy, the last hero, because they just have too much vampirism or too much self-healing or whatever. So I use Kark as an example here because he has some pretty high utility and he does have some useful cases. He's not officially on the list of 15 or so heroes that I would not recommend, but I still think there's room to have the discussion that if you have a favorite hero, you should use that hero. Okay, the way that the game works, they introduce an overpowered hero. Dante, for example. Dante is overpowered for a very long time, And actually, let's take it back even further. You have Ishmael. Ishmael was super overpowered, okay? And then they started giving tanks armor skins. All of a sudden, Ishmael less overpowered, right? Zhu, very overpowered. They add Martha. Martha tanks Zhu's backline hits very well. Zhu loses popularity, right? You've got the twins, super popular, right? They implement Sebastian and then later Isaac. Now the twins are just nowhere to be seen. You kind of keep going with this whole thing. You have, and by the way, Astrid and Lucas was also added during the height of the Ishmael problems. That's why Astrid and Lucas is designed to counter Ishmael from way back in the day. You have Dante, then you have Lyria, then you have, all these heroes that are added that negate the best teams from last year or the year before. That's how Hero Wars is set up. It's a gacha game, right? It's a gacha game. Very, very good psychologically having people build their right team, and then all of a sudden they rug pull you, and the team just isn't as good anymore, right? Once upon a time, all you saw on defense was Rufus, Dante, Iris, Amira. No, not Amira. Iris, Sebastian, maybe Nebula. I can't remember who it was. Yeah, the Rufus, Dante, Iris teams were all over the place. They were just crazy all over the place, right? But if you stick to your favorite heroes and the heroes that makes that hero good, in my opinion, you are able to survive those new hero releases that cause so many issues, that cause so many problems. Anyway, don't level up Kark either. Don't do it. Now, the worst tank by far is Zeri. Right. The problem with this game is there are too many heroes. Ouch. There are too many heroes that allow you to just ignore the tank. There are just too many heroes that allows you to ignore a tank. Like area of effect damage. Think about Lara Croft hitting the midline, hitting the back line. Think about Kayla jumping to the back. Unless a tank has a huge skill set, you just don't even bring the tank. Like when we talk about tanks, outside of the PvE stuff, Ashe, Maestro, all of that, you have Aurora, which is basically dead now because of Lyria. But any team that doesn't have Lyria, Aurora is amazing, unless you have bad luck dodging like I do. Astaroth, very mid tank, very average tank, but his revive and his energy burn, excellent. Okay. A lot of people forget if Sebastian's in the 5th position, Astaroth can stop him from oating for the rest of the game. Sometimes. Right? Those are strong utility abilities. You've got Rufus, very strong against magic teams, which are going to make a comeback. You have Julius, which has got the fun shielding kind of stuff. Critical hit damage, high damage boosting hero. You have Electra, high damage boosting hero. Very cute ability that allows her to survive some stuff. So if you're not a tank that does a lot, and by the way, I see somebody mentioning Corvus. I think Corvus is worth leveling. I think absolutely Corvus is worth leveling. A lot of people forget that he is a counter to a lot of heroes. His altar is great. Royal Defense, underrated. Okay. But this ability to reduce defenses by 10% for each undead ally, this is a huge ability. This is a huge ability. This reduces dodge. This reduces armor. This reduces... This is a huge ability. It's a good ability. All right. I think Corvus is worth leveling. Maybe not first, but he's definitely not on the bottom 20. Definitely not on the bottom 20. Right. Zeri, Cleaver, Luther. Let me double check that I'm not missing any tanks. Let me double check here. Chaba. I forgot about Chaba. Yeah, I wouldn't level Chaba either. Definitely not Chaba. Mushi and Shroom, questionable. So there's a lot of heroes that you need to level up for Ashe and Maestro as well. But for new players, they need to focus on like the main team. No, Galahad is good. Galahad is worth leveling. Galahad is perfectly viable to level, right? Rufus, one of the first tanks to level. Yeah, I think Rufus is a fine first tank. I think he's a fine first tank. Right. Skip Chaba, skip Cleaver, skip Luther, skip Zeri. Mushy and Shroom, I only want to level that up because of the City of Asgard fights. All right. Talking about Mage. There are heroes in here that do nothing. Okay. Kai hardly does anything. He knocks some enemies into the air. Good with Kark. Who uses Kark? A lot of pure damage. Some vampirism. Kai's just, he just doesn't have enough utility. Just does not have enough utility. There are some borderline useful heroes in Lilith and Judge. I think that there might be an opportunity for Lilith. She's got a lot of great utility. I just think that there are way better choices. Way, way, way better choices. Her and Judge are just stuffed with utility. Just massive amounts of utility. They just don't do enough damage. They don't support things well enough. The utility just isn't good enough. I don't like Lilith. I don't like Judge. I don't want either of those heroes leveled up as a new player. All right. Again, unless you absolutely love them. I don't like either of them. Now, inevitably in the comments, somebody's going to be like, look, I got rank 1 with my Judge Lilith team. And that's great. You can easily do that. You guys saw me get rank 1 with my Daredevil team. I used Daredevil in Clash of Worlds last week. I used Daredevil in Guild War last week. It's just not an efficient hero to level up. All right. Heidi, great. Faceless, I mean, again, unless you're leveling up Kark, skip Faceless. There's just not enough utility. There's not enough damage. Orion is great. Mojo, skip. Skip. City of Asgard, hero only. Don't level up Mojo. Judge, skip. Peppy, skip. Lilith, skip. Helios, very strong against critical hit heroes. Armor artifacts. Lars and Krista, very good against critical hit teams. Pretty bad on defense, though. Lars and Krista, pretty bad on defense. Celeste, I think, is great. Satori, I think, is great. Iris, Augustus. Controversial. I don't think you should level up Folio either. I think Folio has got some good teams that are capable of defeating both of the Lyria teams that are popular right now, but they're not 100% win rate. I don't like it. The Mage has the most heroes in it, but it also has the most heroes that you should skip. I have a friend who swears by Faceless. Oh, absolutely. Faceless is great. Armor or magic penetration artifact weapon. You got the toss up. You got magic defense, passive magic defense bonus. Copying any ultimate. Well, not any. Most ultimates. All right. Sure. The only control hero There are 2 control heroes that I think are a waste, and that's Phobos and Darkstar. I just don't think that they do enough. They don't do enough. Volio, very strong Heroes Alliance. Yep. Aryan Flora, nope. No team is 100% proof. Control heroes, skip Phobos, skip Darkstar. The rest of them are okay to level. I use Jorgen all the time. I use Lean all the time. I think Marcus has 0 utility. He's got some shields and he's got some healing and he stands in the front line and he looks so cool. I love battle clerics. I love paladins. I love that lore. I love that. He just doesn't do much. He doesn't do enough. There are other healers that heal as much or more and have more utility. Right. I think Jet's okay. I think you skip Marcus. I think you skip Maya out of the healers. Bad heroes to level. Just bad heroes. Thea is really good against mages. Magic defense artifact, the silence. Dorian is probably the best healer in the game, depending on hero location. All right. Aiden turns literally every single hero into a tank. Martha is just so useful in so many situations. Martha is just so useful. But you got to be careful with leveling her up. Right. There are some caveats with getting her too healthy. Too much health. Now, the Warriors have one of the worst heroes in the game. I think that I would take Elmir slightly more than Ginger. But if there were a second worst hero in the game, it would be Elmir. Okay, Armor Penetration Artifact at least is interesting. His Clone's ability is very interesting as well. You know, he's just physical damage, no pure damage, doesn't boost damage output of his allies. Aside from that Armor Penetration Artifact, it's just, he doesn't provide enough utility and he doesn't do enough damage. And all of his damage goes to the front line only. There are better heroes that hit just the front line, like Ishmael, for example. If you want to target the front line, use Tristan or Ishmael or Qing Mao, right? Depending on who the enemy tank is, right? Don't level up Elmir. Unless you love Elmir. Karka already said, Yasmin, I think, is a completely underrated hero. Very, 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 very easy to counter her. But if you don't have the counter on defense, she just runs the whole team. She just runs the whole team. Elmir can counter Lyria. DRD, there are probably 25 heroes in here that can counter Lyria. So I would use any of those other 24 heroes that can counter Lyria instead of Elmir. Like, for example, Kark. Tristan. Electra. Iris. A lot of different choices there. All right. I think Kayla is great. I think Kayla auto wins versus a lot of the Lara Croft Sebastian backlines. Of course, Lyria is probably the best hero in this whole category because of her, her counter ability. She's the counter hero of the Warriors. I've already talked about Kark a little bit. I don't think you should level up Kark, but he is my favorite hero. I think Qing Mao is great. I think Ishmael is great. And it just depends on who's on defense, obviously. But the only hero who you're wasting resources on in here is Elmir for sure, and probably Kark. Now, there's definitely, again, with all of these, with Marksman, with Mage, there's definitely some priority over others. But it just depends on the team that you're trying to build. It depends on the arena that you're seeing on your server, right? The Guild War and the Clash of Worlds is going to change dramatically, but maybe less so the Guild War. Now, finally, support. Man, this is actually a tough one for me because there are 2 heroes in here that I think are very, very effective and underrated right now, and they're just not seen that much, and that is Cornelius and Alvanor. Cornelius has an interesting ability to target the highest intellect hero, which could snipe a lot of heroes and a lot of teams. He just doesn't do it good enough, but you need him for Ash and Maestro, so he's not off the list. Alvanor, really, really, really good at countering a lot of heroes in the meta right now. Really good at countering Ishmael. Alvanor is so good at countering Augustus. He's just really good at countering a lot of heroes. I think Anvari is the only hero on this list that is a waste of resources. I think Anvari is the worst hero in the support tree by far. Used to be very good, but now he's just not. You know, Kark was very dominant for a long time, and then they added Anvari, and it did okay, I guess. You know, I use Morgan all the time. Sebastian, you can't say enough about Sebastian. Fafnir, Amira. Right? No bad support heroes. I think Anvari has no use right now. I think Anvari has no use. Zero use. Yeah. He's like Lyria. Lyria is going to be nobody's going to use Lyria in 2 years. Because nobody's going to be using dodge in 2 years. Because everybody's going to be mage. Everybody's going to be magic damage. Probably before the end of the year. You know, Anvari was really good for a couple of reasons, and those reasons just don't exist anymore. Anvari counters Kark. Yeah, but nobody uses Kark. DRD. No. And he doesn't even counter Kark that well. Yeah, so there's about 20 heroes that I would recommend no new player level. Chaba, Cleaver, Luther, Zeri, Mushy and Shroom, Fox, Ginger, Artemis, Astrid and Lucas, Kai, Faceless, Mojo, Judge, Peppy, Lilith, Folio, Phobos, Darkstar. Leon and Jorgen you probably don't even need, honestly. Don't do Marcus. Don't level up Maya. Although Maya's got some good uses too. I mean, every hero's got some uses. They all have some uses, right? Don't level up Elmir. Don't level up Kark. Don't level up Anvari. Yeah. That's a bummer, Kevin. Kark is underrated. Yeah. Kark, Aiden, Goose, Sebastian, Alvanor will compete with meta teams. Okay. Yeah. About 20 heroes of the 70 that I would never level if I were a new player. Debate me in the comments. Happy to do so. They just don't have enough utility or they don't have enough damage. Let's try another name. Chris Hauser. Corey, I like Cleaver too. You should level Cleaver if you like Cleaver. Would Yasmin be a better hero if she got her Ascension skills? I think Yasmin's perfectly fine. I think Yasmin's very useful. I think Yasmin is extremely useful. Counters Lyria. Strong enough to counter a lot of teams that don't have her counters in it, you know. Is it Lilith the best hero? I think Lilith is a poor hero. I think Lilith is a poor choice. There it is. Okay. Riddler 568. Wrong, Chris. Sorry, bro. Yeah, definitely level what you want to play. If you're trying to be the most efficient, if you're trying to be like the sweatiest, then unfortunately you should probably find a different game because you can't get Lara Croft anymore. What about Dorian? Dorian's the best healer in the game depending on the team that you're using. Dorian, best healer. Best healer. Physical attack artifact, really good. You've got the single target damage. Riddler's here. Web. Excuse me. Great Freak 90. Oh, man. Phobos I used versus Amira. He got Magic Defense. Magic Defense artifact. Yeah. Chapa's great versus Corvus and Aurora, but Charlie doesn't believe in tanks. What are you talking about? I use tanks all the time. Martin Meyer, I use tanks all the time. I use tanks all the time. I use Electra, Astaroth. I use Aurora. All the time. Does Dorian heal the Corvus because of the altar? I don't remember the answer to that. I think somebody tested that, Brian Lewis, but I can't remember the answer. I can't remember the answer. It might heal the altar, though, because I think the altar has got some kind of health, doesn't it? I don't believe in Titans. You know, it's a lot easier playing Titans now that I have two rank 5 Totem fusions. It's a lot easier. I just swat the two water teams and call it a day. All right. Web player. 4 adventures with Steph. Is it adventures with Steph or is it 4 adventures? Are you doing adventures for Steph or do you have 4 adventures? What about Goose and the Turtles? I think Goose is great. I think Goose is probably one of the better healers for physical teams. Again, depending on the team that you're building, I think Goose. Like I use Goose with Kayla, Goose with Yasmin. Somebody suggested that I use Goose with Daredevil more, and that looked fun. But I use Goose with Kayla a lot to counter, like, if Lara Sebastian's on the back end of the opponent's team, then Kayla just shreds them with Goose. Yeah. Yasmin, Kayla, and Aiden are a good combo. I mean, yeah, depending on who you're going up against, yeah, they're fine. They're fine. They're fine. All adventures. More than 4. All right. I love it. I love it. Yeah. You get busy living or you get busy dying. And then let's do, Robert Catania. Now, again, the names that I drew today for the Totem giveaway, it is for $50 US. Sent to you Friday afternoon or sometime this weekend. And we draw names. We'll draw a winner on Friday. Mobile players can get in there. You know, we're calling it a Totem giveaway because you can buy a Totem with $50. But I have the blessing from the developers. I have the blessing from the community managers because they do not want to. I'm here, not losing out this time. They do not want to. Hero Wars Alliance. They don't want to build a thing for me to give them away. So here we are. You know, for what it's worth, the devs and community managers are back from break. I've spoken with the team. I've spoken with some of the team, I should say. Not all of the team, obviously. I've spoken with employees from both versions of the game today, and everybody is back. It seems like everybody is back. Local Technician Alliance. Okay. Okay. A hero affected by Dorian's other skills that allow healing. The reflected damage on that hero would heal Corvus. Oh, interesting. Thanks, Bobby. Or Bob. Thanks, Bob Bobbyson. Bobby. 40-month member, Robert Catania. No purchase necessary to enter. Just because Robert is flexing on you guys, on you gray name casuals, just because Robert is flexing on you gray name casuals does not mean there is no purchase necessary to enter my contest to get my giveaway. Stephanie Carr, I got your email. Let's see. Zeri's my most disliked. Yep. Chris Hauser messaged me. Very cool. If I drew your name today, you need to send me a message on Discord or email me, HeroWarCentral @gmail.com. Look at her. Look at that potato over there. Unbelievable. Okay. Okay. Whoops. I screwed that up. And the 10th name today, Stereotype Music. Stereotype Music. Very good live stream today. I'm hot. It's hot in this room. I wouldn't use that team, Dr. D. Who's the new hero this month? Last year we didn't get any agility-based heroes. Faisal, we're going to get a Devil May Cry looking hero on mobile, and I think we're probably going to get a healer bonus health hero on Facebook and web. I think. I don't really know. I don't really know. I haven't seen Scott K in a minute, actually. He was a mobile player. I know he was getting really fed up with some of the things, so. Moondoggy. You want Moondoggy on Facebook and web? Could be fun. Tornado Potato. Kevin Orman, yeah, instead of giving away 100,000 emeralds at the end of the month, we're giving away $50 at the end of every week now. We're giving $50 away at the end of every week on Friday afternoon instead. You can use that $50 to buy Nature Season, Cosmic Season, or enough materials to max out one of the the new Hero, New Titan events. You know what? I do have a couple of messages here. See, Riddler messaged me. Thanks, Riddler. And I'm getting some drop frames. There we go. Discord is on the struggle bus right now. Okay, looks like Stereotype Music is not here, so we're going to draw another name. Wow. So we're going to close all of this. Close that. Okay. That goes from the puppers. Okay. Something is taking a lot of my computer's assets. It just spiked. I don't know what it is. I am Bikawas. I am Iam Bikawas. I don't know how to pronounce that. I gotta turn this heat off. Let's see. Pretty sure it's my Discord that's causing the issue. So I'm just actually going to close Discord, open it on my phone. I got a couple of message requests. Yeah. Trash or Mickey. I got your message. I got your message. Got it. You know, it actually might not have been Discord because I'm still running real slow. Let's close all this other stuff. I don't think I have anything else going on in the background. Maybe it's Canva. Maybe Canva is tanking it. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. With time to spare. With time to spare. Okay. Local technician, I just got your email. Perfect. Okay, so I drew 10 names today, and I'm not saying that we're going to draw 10 names every day, but I just kind of want to make sure that everybody understands how it works, right? We draw names every day during the live stream. We'll draw a winner on Friday for the totem, right? And we got to figure out a way to draw comments to give totems to those that don't come to my live streams. Or maybe I do it like from Discord. Maybe I do like a Discord giveaway. I don't know yet. I haven't quite decided. But we will figure it out together, and we will not figure it out today. All right. Today is the end. No, this is the end of today's live stream. We'll be back tomorrow, 12 p.m. Central Time. That is 6 p.m. UTC. I need to change that that member list there. I got different members. Big live stream today. Appreciate everybody hanging out. Good amount of people here. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already. Turn on that notification bell to never miss a live stream. But we live stream Monday through Friday, same day, same time, except for on Thursday, right? If you found this video fun, please consider liking. Yeah. I love you all. Good luck in Dominion.